Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Travis, back with another episode of the Rep by Rep Strength Podcast. So tonight I wanted to talk for a few minutes about me taking my daughter out for yet another bike ride. So we were trying to work on her bike riding the other day. So she's 7, and she's wanting to do this without training wheels, and I'm trying to let her make the decision on her own time about when we go out, because if I try to push her on this, she's obviously going to say no, or she's not ready or whatever. But if it's her idea, her decision, then she's going to be more invested in the process. So on Sunday she came up to me and said, I want to go outside and try riding my bike again. So I said, okay, great, let's go. And we got outside, and she, I think I gave her three coaching cues or 3 tips the entire time. So we were out there about an hour, and the 3 things that we were focused on was good starting position. So let's make sure that we have that lead foot in the right position so she has the highest likelihood of success. Second key point was don't stop moving your legs. Just keep going. Because when you slow down or when you stop pedaling, it actually gets harder, and then she will get less balanced and then fall over and then get mad. So, and then number 3, so we had start position, keep pedaling, and the third thing was just drive the foot forward. Just drive the foot forward and down. So those were our 3 things. I must have said that 5,000 times in the matter of an hour. And finally, at one point, she got it, and she got it for like 3 seconds, and looked back at me and said, "Hey, Dad, I know how to ride my bike now." I said, "Yeah, that was good. You did a good job." So she kept trying, and would ride every time for like 2 to 3 seconds. So each time she did it, it was a little success, and success breeds confidence, and that built on itself. And she kept trying to go longer and longer and longer. And towards the end, she was getting a little frustrated, and she said, "Well, I know how to ride my bike. So I can go out, I can take my bike and go ride with the other kids, and I can ride around the neighborhood because I know how to do it." So here's a big key that I told her was you understand all of the concepts, you understand all of the parts. You have the knowledge of how to do it. Now it's just a matter of experience, of getting your reps in, so to speak, of just trying it over and over and over again until it becomes second nature. And as I was saying, basically a version of that to her, it got me thinking about what I see from coaches and what I see from, even some people who are just getting started into training, is that they may see a snippet or may see a piece of something and think they know how to train or train others or whatever. But what they don't understand is that tiny piece of knowledge that they have, that small snippet, is a small piece in a much grander, bigger view. So there's a lot more going on. So they might understand various pieces, but then how those pieces work together and interplay is going to be different as you become more experienced, as you attain more knowledge and expand your education level, things of that nature. So there may be times where you see something going on and you're like, okay, got it, cool, I can roll with that. But before you can make a judgment call on it, you need to make sure that you understand how that relates to the bigger view or bigger picture. So even when you're making training decisions to take care of yourself, you may come in on Monday, for example, and say, all right, I'm going to max out on deadlifts on Monday. Well, that's fine. That may be what somebody somewhere did, and they had good success with it. But before we make a decision about whether or not that's a good idea, we need to say, okay, well, how did that affect the rest of their training program or the rest of their training plan for the week? How'd that work for the month? What else were they doing from a recovery standpoint? What were they doing from a nutrition standpoint? All of those things are required before you can say good idea, bad idea, okay idea, things of that nature. So, final point I wanted to touch on is I was just talking to my wife a few minutes ago about whatever it is that we're going to plan for the summertime. There's a lot of ideas, a lot of plans that we have that we want to do this summer, places we may want to visit. But what I was saying was, we've got 50 spots laid out that we want to visit, that we really want to go check out, and would love to do this, love to do that. But the reality of it is, the one thing that we're saying yes to, we're saying no to 49 other things. So I think that's an important concept for people to understand when it comes to making training decisions or nutrition decisions or recovery decisions, is whatever it is that you've given the green light, that you've said okay to, that you're going to invest your time with, and like your time and your effort with, you're saying no to a host of other things. So those other things may be great, they may be bad, but sometimes people will actually become paralyzed by indecision. They paralysis analysis. They look at all these choices, all these options, and then what happens as a result is they make no decision. So then when you're making no decision, you're not taking any action, and then you're not moving forward. So usually if it's something simple like training program, do I do 5 sets of 5 or do I do 3 sets of 8? Well, the truth is it probably doesn't matter too much. You can just take one of them and work really, really hard, and then when one stops working, change it up and do something different. So, because at least if you've made a decision to go with 5x5 for a month, you're going to roll with that for a month, and then you're going to switch it up. Well, at least you've been taking action steps forward for that month, as opposed to sitting there debating, well, should I do 5x5 or should I do 3x8? Well, that month that you've spent debating is a month where you haven't done anything. So, just a little insight there for you into some training, and fire early. Make some big mistakes right away if you need to, but at least take some kind of step. If you take a step and it's the wrong thing, you can always make a change, but don't just sit there and make no decision and take no action, because now progress is being slowed. So I hope those little tidbits there can provide some good insight for you in your training. If you have any questions or anything I can help you with, if you'd like to schedule a call with me, I do a free 15-minute phone call where we can cover a lot of ground and at least get you headed in the right direction. So you can do that at travisbarrett.com/call. All right. Have a good night.